Hello everyone. In the previous videos, we have seen different data types which are available in Python. We have seen this integer, float, we have covered string in a lot detail. We have also seen this list, set and frozen set. In this video, we are going to cover another type of data in Python, which is this dictionary. So I hope you all remember that list, this set, this frozen set, and the other one is this tuple, which we are going to cover in the future, in the coming videos. That all these type of data types are used to store items. Similarly, this dictionary data type in Python is also going to store item, but in a different way. And so this dictionary is going to store items in the form of key and value. Oops. This, here it is. So this dictionary is going to store items in the form of key and value. Let me go back to my dictionary note page. So these are all the topics which we are going to cover in this video. We'll see what is dictionary, we'll see the concept of key and value pair, how we can create dictionary, what are, like, whether dictionary is mutable data type or immutable data type, and then we'll also see the available functions on dictionary data type in Python. So in Python, dictionary is used to store items in the form of key and value pair. So item is divided into two parts, key and value. Is it confusing? I think it could be confusing for many of you. Let me take an example, a relative example of real dictionary. So we all have used dictionary at some point of time in our life. So this is exactly same. Dictionary in Python is very much similar to dictionary which we have used at some point of time in our life. Just like dictionary, let me take you to the picture which I have saved. Yeah, so I have taken this picture from the internet, and this is the picture of a dictionary, right? So dictionary in Python will treat this thing, like this much, as one item. Item 2, this will be treated as item 3, this will be treated as item 4, and so on. So the word, this is the surprise word, and this is the meaning of that word. This complete section will count the meaning of this surprise word. In Python, under dictionary, the surprise word will be treated as key, and the rest of the words, the rest of the complete, the sentence and everything will be treated as value. So as this surrender will be treated as key and the rest of the things will be treated as value. So I hope this is clear that in dictionary and in Python, the items in dictionary are divided into two parts. The first will be treated as key and the rest will be treated as value. Let me take you to the Jupyter notebook, and from there we'll try to cover it up more confidently. Here is an example. I hope you all can see I have already created this example. In this, what I have done, the very first thing, that how you can create a dictionary using this braces. See, you have to use this braces, this curly braces, to create a dictionary, and this is exactly I have done here. Inside the dictionary, I have written name, then semicolon, and then daisy. This name is treated as key, and this daisy is treated as value. This height is treated as key, and this 5.7 value. Age, key, and 23 value, and all like this together, this name and daisy, this height and 5.7 is treated as an individual items. Name plus daisy is equal to item, and all the items in a dictionary is separated by this comma, right? I will execute this, and let me show you the type of this variable. So the type of variable is dictionary. In short, it is given dict, right? Okay. So before moving ahead, I want you all to see this dictionary. right? I will execute this. Let me name it. Let me name it D1. I will execute this and I will check the type of it, right? Oops, it should be small. Okay, it should be D1, right? This one is D1. Okay, so this D1 is also a dictionary data type. So let me explain you here. I have created this key, and for this key, I have stored the value in the form of a list. And inside list, I have taken three items: Daisy, Rohan, and Trisha. So this is an example of an item. Like this together will be treated as an item. Then again, what I have done, I have taken 10, 12. This is nothing but the marks of the student in 10th and 12th. So Daisy have scored this much, 80 and 90, to Rohan 20% and 30%, and Trisha 80 and 97% respectively in 10th and 12th. And all these items are stored in nested list, right? Then again, this is the roll number of Trisha, this is the roll number of Rohan, and this is the roll number of Daisy, right? So with this dictionary, this is valid. Like you can create dictionary in this form. I think I should omit this. This is of no use. Okay, so you can write dictionary in this form as well. But there is one thing which you all need to pay attention here, and this is again one of the very important concept in dictionary. See, here I have categorized all the data types, all the data types into two parts: immutable data types and mutable data types, right? The main purpose of dividing these, like all these data types into two groups, is to show you that keys, the part of the item keys, cannot be made using mutable data types. Now, what is this mutable data types? We have seen that list is an example of mutable data types. Similarly, set, and we will see in the later part of the video that dictionary is also an example of mutable data types. We have also seen that integer, float, and strings are example of immutable data types, and tuple, which I'll cover in the coming videos, we'll see that it is an example of immutable data type. For this video, I want you all to remember this. I have said many a time that you are not supposed to remember anything, but yes, this you have to remember just for this video, because you do not know many of the data types which I have listed here. So this is very important, that keys cannot be made using mutable data type. See, what is this name? This name comes under immutable data types, right? This is a tuple. This is how you can make a tuple. This is a tuple. I am telling you that this is an example of tuple. For time being, consider it as tuple without giving any thought on this. So again, an immutable data type. This is what? This is integer, integer. What if I want to do something like this? Let me show you the validity of this statement. See, all these keys are immutable data types. We are not very much concerned about this part, this value part, because this value can be made using any data type, whether it is immutable data type or mutable data type. So let me do one thing for you all. I will copy and paste it here, and what I'll do, I will write it here D2. I'll make another dictionary D2, and again what I will do, that I will make this list, which is an example of what? Which is example of mutable data type. This dictionary is contradicting this statement. I have written here that keys cannot be made using mutable data types. Guys, please pay attention here, because if you will miss this, it will be very much confusing for you all, and this is a very important part to cover. So what if I execute this? See, I get an error. This is what I'm trying to show you here, that if you want to make keys, then these are the only available options to you, with you, right? I hope this is clear. Next topic for this video is indexing in dictionary, whether indexing is possible in dictionary or not. I would say no. Like the way we were doing with list, we cannot do exactly the same here. We cannot write it like d2, sorry, d1 is the, I'll print it d1, right? So I cannot like d1 if I want to access the first element or the element present at 0th position. I cannot do it like this. Instead of this, what I have to do, I have to use this data type, this variable, and inside this square braces, I need to provide the key name. Suppose I want to provide here name, right? I'll get the value. This is possible, but that forward indexing, that backward indexing is not possible. So we are at the last part, in which we'll see what are all the available built-in functions for dictionary, and I am taking this dictionary again, which I have created earlier, this one, right? And I'll execute this. The name of the dictionary is D1. Let us see what all functions are there. We have this clear. This is no doubt this will clear the complete dictionary. This will copy the dictionary. Let us see. We'll see this fromkeys function later on. Let us see this items. What does this item do? So I'm just writing here one, and here what I'm doing, I am putting this, and see. This is fetching me the complete list of all the items available. This is the list. This is the item 1, see, and this is in the form of tuple, right? I hope this is clear to you that this items function will fetch all the items available in the given dictionary in the form of tuples, right? And that too in a list, right? So now next function is this keys. This is again just by the word we can see that this is going to print me the keys. Similarly, we have even dot, let me check where it is. We have this values function, and this is going to print me the values. Now let us make a string here. Copy and paste this here. Okay, let me make a string here. S is equal to machine, right? And similarly, I'll make a dictionary here, list here, and inside it I will write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I will take a set. Set is equal to S. Let it be S set 1 is equal to 1.1, 3.1, 5.6. Okay, so I have created these few variables here, and what I'm going to use, I am going to use this fromkeys function. In this, what I will do, and this I am creating an empty dictionary, right? So what I will do, I will just use this fromkeys function, and inside it, let me tell you here what all we have. We have this iterables. This is again a very important concept in Python, iterables, iterators, and generators. We'll study this in later videos. I will pass here S and values. Let me take the value. What is this value? Value is equal to, I will take from keys, anything. You can take anything, right? And just I will execute this. No keyword. Let it be this way. Okay. See. So what it has done, it has taken each and every item from the string M and has a MACHIENE and assign this value from keys. Whatever the value you will write here, it will be assigned to all the items of this object. Just like we can take, just like we have taken string, we can also take list, set, tuple, and dictionary. Let me show you here again. So suppose I have this empty list again. I'll just create is equal to this, and then I will from keys, and inside this I'll pass my list, and again I will take list. See, so this is basically, this from keys is used to create is used to assign a particular value to the items of the iterables or the objects. And what all objects you can take all these objects. And what I want you all to try with the remaining one, which is the set, tuple, and dictionary, right? Similarly, we have this pop and pop item. So this pop and pop item is used to remove any particular item from the dictionary. Then we have this update. Let us see what this update is going to do. This update function is a little bit tricky here. So what I want to create another dictionary. I'll show you. Let me create and come back. See, so in D1 dictionary, we have this item name and this key name, and the value is Daisy, Rohan, and Trisha. I have created another dictionary in which the same key I have used name, but the values for that key is different. In this, I have stored A, B, C. I will write here D2, right? Let's see what happens. Let me print here D1 and see. This has replaced this value of key name from D1 dictionary with this value ABC in D2 dictionary. So this is the main purpose of update function. That's all for this video. I hope you all have learned something, and whatever the functions are like I haven't covered here pop and pop item, but I have given you the basic idea that what this function is going to do. So what I want you to try these functions out, because the more you will do all these kind of research, what this function is doing, what that function is doing, you will be better with Python. And this is exactly the aim of creating this a particular playlist, right? So we'll meet in the next video then. Thank you.